challenge training. By the end of this session, hopefully you should feel confident about how the summer reading challenge works and understand your role in delivering it successfully. The summer reading challenge resources are at Freeborns now, so they'll be shortly with you. We're in the process of sending them out. So when they do come in, please take some time to review them when they arrive. In the meantime, all of the key documents you'll need are available on Nelly. If you go into Nelly and there's not anything, what you're looking for isn't there, just give us a shout and we'll upload it. But everything should be there now, including the step-by-step guide. So please read this thoroughly because it contains everything you need to know in detail. There's also a quick reference guide, which is handy for printing out and popping on the Hello desk. And there's also a document list, which outlines all the available resources. So you can use the filters on the Nelly page to quickly locate the materials relevant to your role. So this is just a quick screenshot of the Nelly page. So everything should be on there. If not, give us a shout. So what is the Summer Reading Challenge and why is it important? So the Summer Reading Challenge is a national initiative organised by the Reading Agency and delivered in partnership with public libraries across the UK. It's the largest children's reading promotion we run each year, and it plays a key role in boosting our children's book issues over the summer. Why does it matter? It matters because it helps children maintain their reading skills during the summer holidays. It prevents the summer reading dip that can affect progress when they return to school. And it promotes the library as a fun and welcoming space. It encourages children to become year-round library users, which is what we want. This year's theme is Story Garden. So each year the challenge has a new theme to keep it fresh and engaging. Story Garden is a celebration of imagination, growth and storytelling. So one of the key resources, as always, is the sticker booklet guide from the Reading Agency. There have been some changes this year. So this document outlines the full story behind this year's theme, and it provides detailed guidance on how to organise the materials in the Summer Reading Challenge folder. So here are the Story Garden characters. They each have a little backstory, and the character guide is now available on Nelly. So we've got Sola, Jake, Robin, Priya, Jess, Reese and Jamal. And these character guides are really handy for printing out when you go and do your assemblies, so that you can introduce the children to the characters before they come in to sign up. So how do we sign up a child to the Summer Reading Challenge? So when a child wants to join the Reading Challenge, there are a few important steps to follow. So first of all, check if they've signed up at the Hello desk. This ensures that their participation is recorded on Symphony. So depending on how your Summer Reading Challenge area is set up, you may wish to direct families to the Hello desk first. If the Hello desk is very busy, we have got the backup joiners completers form, the paper form, to record their details instead. If you're using the form, please ensure that the library card number is recorded accurately so that the information can be added to Symphony later. The second step is signing children up on the library management system on Symphony. So when entering a child's details on Symphony, either directly or from the backup form, please check that the correct home library is selected, because we have had children accidentally signed up under Chelmsford Prison before. So their home library is the library where is your library, where they're signing up. Check that their date of birth is accurate, and check that the gender field is completed. So for example, male, female, prefer not to say. We need this data, we need to accurately capture this data because we need it for reporting back to the Reading Agency for our statistics. So once you've entered the details, don't forget to click save to ensure everything is recorded properly. If the child doesn't have a library card, you can encourage the parent or the carer to visit the Hello desk to register for one. If they are unable or unwilling to do so, you can record their details. They can still join, and you can record their details using the Microsoft form, which has been set up for this purpose. There is a link to the Microsoft form on Nelly, but I will pop a link to the form in the chat, and the link is also in the step-by-step guide and in the quick reference guide as well. So it might be handy to have that saved to your desktops. So the Microsoft form should only be used if the child does not have a library card. If they have a card but they don't have it with them, please look them up on the system. So please don't use another family member's card, because this leads to inaccurate statistics, and sometimes adults are signed up by mistake, which completely skews our stats. So there's also a little data protection reminder. Because there's no physical joining form with a data disclaimer, please inform families verbally, or what you can do is you can print something out that you can have on the sign up desk that says that this information will only be used for the purposes of the Summer Reading Challenge, and for more details they can refer to our privacy policy, which is on our website. So, signing children up on the library management system, signing children up on Symphony. So, to sign a child up, follow these key steps. And again, full instructions with step-by-step guide are available in the step-by-step guide. So, please refer to that document if you need more detailed guidance. So, the first thing you need to do is you need to go to Modify User and bring up the child's library account. On the Basic Info tab, ensure that the correct library is selected. If this is incorrect, so if your library isn't the one that's selected, the child's participation won't be counted towards your library statistics. So make sure the child's home library is set to your library where they're signing up. And on the Demographics tab, double check that the date of birth and the gender field are completed and accurate as well. Then you'll see you've got a reading scheme field. If you scroll to the bottom of the drop-down list in that field, you select Summer Read Start, and that sets them on the system that they've started the Summer Reading Challenge. And then if you move across, you'll see the school or college field. So choose the school that the child currently attends or will be attending in September. So to quickly navigate the list, type the first letter of the school's name. If you can't find the school on the list, all of the schools should be on there, but if you can't find the school on the list, check Appendix A of the step-by-step guide, because it may be listed under a formal name rather than a local nickname. So I'll just give you an example. My son, when he went to primary school, was at St Margaret's School in Toppersfield, but locally the school was just known as Toppersfield School. So it could be that your local primary school is known as the primary school of the village where you are, or wherever. So check that it's listed under check the formal name of the school rather than the local nickname. And if it's still not listed, select non-Essex primary. We do get children who join from out of county. We have children who live sort of just over the Essex borders. So they might live in Suffolk, for example, but one of our libraries might be nearer to them. So for those children, select non-Essex primary. So every infant, junior, primary, special and independent school should be included in the list. So finally, click Save before leaving the screen to ensure that all the information is recorded. So this is the backup joiners and completers sheet. So during busy periods at the Hello Desk, you might need to use this backup form to record children joining or completing the challenge. This is a temporary solution, and the information must be transferred to Symphony as soon as possible. So please make sure all the fields on this form are completed. So the library card number, their name, their age and gender, and name of the school. This helps us to maintain reliable data for end of summer reporting. So volunteers can assist with filling out this form, but volunteers can't access Symphony. Once the information has been transferred to Symphony, shred the original paper form to protect customer data, and always use a cover sheet just to ensure that the form's never left unattended, as it contains personal information. Some libraries choose to use the backup form as their primary method for recording joiners and completers, especially during busy times. You can do this if you feel that this is the best way for your library to make sure that no one is missed. I would just say do whatever's best for your library and whatever's easiest for you. But I know that at busy times, this form is actually really handy to use. And this is the Microsoft form that you fill in if a child does not have their own library card. So again, make sure this is fully completed. So this form has been set up centrally, so we don't have access to the raw data. So add the link to this to your desktops. Something that came up in the training session on Tuesday was that the question for whether they're joining or completing the challenge is like a little pop-up that comes up after you select the educational group. So we're in the process of asking the central team to move that question to number 2 so that it's more obvious where you fill in whether the child's joining or completing the challenge. So how do they take part? So this is where we're making some changes this year. So it's really simple and really fun. So the goal is the aim of the game is that children collect 6 stickers to complete the challenge. And there are different ways that they can earn stickers this year. So they can read any type of book: fiction, non-fiction, poetry, joke books, picture books, audio books, e-comics, e-books, or e-audio. It doesn't matter how they consume their books. They can read whatever they like. Then they tell us what they thought of their books to earn a sticker. Another thing they can do is write a book review, or they can create a piece of artwork inspired by a book that they've read. They can also earn stickers by attending summer reading challenge events. And for children aged 7 and over who show progress on the Road to Reading challenge sheet or complete an activity accessed via the QR code on the sheet, they can earn stickers too. So the main challenge is for children aged 4 and over. When they register, they'll receive a Story Garden folder when they join. This folder is where they record the books they've read, track activities, learn about the characters, and collect their stickers. Children aged 7+ should also be given the Road to Reading challenge sheet. For children under 4, they receive a mini Story Garden folder which they can colour in and draw on, and this is where they also collect their stickers. So just a little something about the stickers. The main challenge stickers are round and featured the child characters from this year's theme. The mini challenge stickers are also round, but show book characters, so books with arms and legs, not characters from books. There are no scratch and sniff stickers this year, no complicated where does this sticker go. Stickers can be given out in any order. There's no set story sequence this year. So the stickers come on sheets, so you'll need to peel them off. If a child doesn't have their folder with them, you may need to cut or tear one off for them to take home. So when they complete their challenge, once they've collected all 6 stickers, they receive a medal and a certificate. Children aged 3 and over get a physical medal. Children under 4 receive a gold medal sticker, as in previous years, because the physical medal is not suitable for very young children. However, as usual, use your discernment. If a parent insists that their child under 4 takes part in the main challenge, that's fine, and just make sure that when you give them the medal, you just give a little disclaimer that yes, they can have it with the parental permission, but it's not appropriate for that age group. So reading expectations. If children are reading and telling us about their books, we suggest that they read 2 books at a time. But if they want to read more or fewer, that's absolutely fine. And like I said, there's a bit of a menu this year of what children can choose to do in order to earn stickers. So there is the sticker booklet guide is on Nelly, and it takes you through what the booklet contains this year. So please take time to familiarise yourself with this, as it's slightly different this year. So children can add their name on the front page. The centre spread contains the main Story Garden poster with spaces to add their stickers. The back page is where children can keep a record of any additional achievements. And children are awarded 1 sticker per activity. There's no story as such as in previous years, and children can collect stickers in any order. So as you will see when you get them, the stickers are different this year. I know there's been confusion with stickers in previous years, so hopefully you will find the sticker situation much simpler this year. There's also a little section on the back. It's called Books I've Read. Yeah, there's a Books I've Read section for children to log what they've read, and then the Go the Extra Mile bit on the back can be used for logging the additional activities that they've done to earn their stickers. So this is the Road to Reading Challenge sheet that you will be receiving as well. So this is an optional activity designed for children aged 7 and over. It's another fun way for children to earn stickers during the summer by completing additional reading related activities via the QR code on the sheet. So challenge sheets are available while stocks last. So when they're gone, they're gone. And so I did scan the QR code, and it takes you to this section of the Summer Reading Challenge website. So this is the landing page for the QR code. So there are activities. Each activity listed has a link to then click through to that activity, and each activity is based on a book. So this is another optional avenue for children aged 7+ to earn stickers. So let's have a look at the main Summer Reading Challenge resources. So this is for the main challenge, so for children aged 4 and over. You can see we've got the fold out poster. They're sort of sticker booklet, and these are the stickers. So each of the stickers contains, there's the characters on there, and they're just little round stickers. And then when they complete, they get their certificate and their medal. So when a child joins the challenge, give them their folder straight away. This is where they'll track their reading, collect their stickers, and engage with the theme. Like I said before, the stickers can be handed out in any order. There's no set sequence this year, and there's no accompanying story to follow. Just make sure they receive 1 sticker for each activity completed. This is the mini challenge. So this is children age up to 3. So this is even babies can take part. So children don't need to be able to read to join in the mini challenge. So what they receive, they get their early years collector card. They get a round early years sticker for each book they share. So these stickers are the book characters. And then when they complete, they get a gold medal sticker and a certificate. So just a reminder that the stickers are only to be given out for to put in their sticker book, and the gold stickers are only to be given out on completion. Sometimes stickers are given out when children join, so children have to earn the stickers, and then they get their gold medal sticker at the end. So how to engage with children during the challenge. So child signed up, they've gone away, they've done their activity. What do we do when they come back in to talk to us about what they've done and collect their stickers? So it's up to the individual child which route they take, and they can mix and match, doing some of each, or they can do all of the same. So if they've read a book, ask them what they thought about their book. Make sure they've returned it, obviously, and then talk to them about their books. Remember to praise and encourage them, and also remember that sometimes children get a little bit shy when they come up to the desk. So just give them a little time to think about what they're going to say. try not to jump in if there's silence. Just try to encourage them. And we do have book talking tools on Nelly, as in previous years, to help encourage children. Just use the ones that you're comfortable with. The smiley faces are really helpful, and they're especially helpful for children with special educational needs or disabilities. So give them a sticker for each book they've told you about. If they've read a particularly long book or one that's a lot harder than they would usually read, then you can award them more than one sticker. You can give them 2 stickers if you like. So if they've written a book review, have a quick read of the book review, congratulate them, award them their sticker. And if there's space in your library for somewhere that reviews can be displayed, so a wall space or a folder, ask the child if they want to leave the review, and you can add it to the display. If they've created a piece of artwork inspired by their book, again, have a look at their artwork, talk about it with them, congratulate them, award them their sticker. And again, you can display the artwork if the child would like to leave it with you. So if the child has attended a library event, so if you hold any special events to tie in with the Summer Reading Challenge, children can earn a sticker for attending. So one thing you can do to maximise sign-ups is talk to the children about, encourage children who are attending events to sign up to the Summer Reading Challenge by saying that they can earn a sticker for attending the event that they're at. It's a good sign-up opportunity if they're attending an event already. So they can also complete something on the Road to Reading Challenge. So they can show they've made progress along the Road to Reading from their last library visit. They can show that they've completed one of the activities that they've accessed by scanning the QR code. And when you're awarding the 6th sticker, give them their medal and certificates. When you're awarding the certificate, you can handwrite their name on the certificate. If you do this, just double check the spelling. But sometimes they just want a blank certificate, and their parent can fill in later, or they can fill in their name. That's absolutely fine too. And then just make sure they know that they need to go to the Hello Desk to have their completion recorded on their library card. If it's really busy at the Hello Desk, or the parent doesn't want to wait to do this, you can record their completion on the backup form. And if they've joined without a library card, you can record their completion on the Microsoft form. It's really, really important that we capture that they have completed the challenge, because more often than not, we get a lot of children who start, who complete, but it's not recorded as complete, so that doesn't feed into our statistics. So please make sure that you record that the challenge is completed. So then you congratulate them, encourage them to carry on reading for the rest of the summer. And there is some evaluation that the parent can complete via a QR code, which is on a poster, and a flyer, which we will provide, or via our website. So as the final piece of signposting, if you could just signpost them to the evaluation, that would be great. So this is how you can record completion. You can record via the backup, the paper form. You can record it on Symphony, or you can record it on the Microsoft form if the child doesn't have their own library card. So final few bits to mention. So before we wrap up, there's a few additional points to be aware of. So merchandise, we have 1 item for sale this year. So lanyards will be priced at 50p each. Posters will be sent out by the marketing team to help promote them. And there is a billing option on Symphony specifically for Summer Reading Challenge lanyards. So the Children's University, if a child wants to use the Summer Reading Challenge to claim hours for their Children's University passport, that's absolutely fine. When they present their passport, simply stamp it with the library stamp and write the code Orange 5397, that is in the guide, on their passport. So just to go over the key changes from last year, children can now earn stickers by doing more than just reading and talking about books, though all activities are still library or book related. The main challenge stickers are round this year. Please be careful not to mix them up with the early years stickers, and stickers can be given out in any order. There are no scratch and sniff stickers this year, so hopefully the stickers will be very simple. And the challenge dates. So the Story Garden Challenge runs from Saturday the 19th of July to Saturday the 6th of September. There will be an early joiners day on Saturday the 12th of July, and as usual we will allow a mop-up week for late completions running until Saturday the 13th of September. So all that leaves me to say is thank you very much. Thank you in advance for all the hard work and organisation that goes into running the summer reading challenges in your libraries. It's a really, really busy time of year, and the central team, we're here to support you. So feel free to get in touch via Teams or email if you need us, and I'm always happy to take phone calls too if that's quicker for you. So if you've got any questions, that would be great. I think Mary has a question.
I do. Hello.
Hello.
So obviously we're supposed to make sure that the home library is the library they're joining at. But
Yep.
what if, there's a lot of, what if they visit, they're visiting a library that isn't their normal or the home library, they're joining there. So, because we don't want to permanently change their home library because it will screw up their reservations. So do we change their home library, do the SRC, press save, and then change back to the old home library? Or what do we do so we don't screw up their reservations?
Oh, okay. I think if a child is, if a child's home library is normally Braintree, but they're signing up in Prettygate,
Yeah.
then their home library is Braintree.
But
I
they're
would
joining
say
at Prettygate.
they're joining at Prettygate. Do you know what, Mary? I'm gonna confer.
Because we get this
I'm
a
gonna
lot in
come
our
back.
area.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm going to come back with you. The home library is important because it
Yes.
feeds into the statistics. But I think in theory, if a child is regularly visiting Braintree Library, but they just happen to sign up in Prettygate,
Well,
but they're going to be completing in Braintree, I'm gonna find out, and I will.
we get that a lot because certainly when Colchester's open, the Colchester and Prettygate and the other libraries in the area are so close together. People use these libraries interchangeably all the
Yes.
time. So
Yeah.
it's just purely random as to which one they end up at to join the
Yeah.
SRC. But they may want their reservations to go into town because mum works into town and wants to pick them up there, sort of thing. So
Yeah.
we don't
Absolutely.
want to screw up their card, but at the same time, we want the stats to
No.
be accurate.
Yeah, and then there is that thing if they sign up in one library but then complete in another. So okay, I will let you know about that if that's okay. Let me just make a note of that. Okay. All right. Okay. I think David, did you have a question? You're muted.
Yeah, sorry.
Perfect.
Right. Yeah, it's going on from the question that Mary just asked. Obviously we get it the other way as well, that they've joined in, let's say, Prettygate, but they finish in Whittam, for example.
Yeah, okay.
And obviously you get that situation as well. So I assume, is it like last year where we basically have to contact the library that they joined at and say, look, this person has finished here for you?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna double check what the process is for this, and I will put something. I'll get something clarified. I'll put something in the chat, and I'll get it clarified. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you so much for joining this morning. I really appreciate it because I know that you're all really busy. Like I said before, if you've got any questions, if anything comes up, please don't hesitate to get in touch. We're here to support you, and thank you in advance for everything you're going to do to hopefully make this year's summer reading challenge really successful and fun. So have a lovely Friday.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.